Hey guys, welcome to KL Reviews, and we've got a cool video review going today. Transformers Generations Optimus Prime from the Fall of Cybertron game. Straight off the bat, I'm going to say a lot of people have been having problems with these figures because they're little. As far as I'm concerned, it's still a cool figure. I'm not too worried about the size. And let's face it, even in some of the other lines, we've had small deluxes before. It's not a new thing. I think it's just comparing this to what we got last is giving it, unfortunately, such a small look. And don't get me wrong, it is small, but it's not worth complaining that much about, in my opinion, of course. But anyway, let's move on with the review. And it's Prime in his package, and unfortunately he looks a lot worse in package than he does out. Why they posed him that way, I don't know. He looks kind of odd. Close up at the box, we've got the Fall of Cybertron text there, Optimus Prime, Autobot logo, god damn it, logo, intermediate transformation level 2, again artwork there. On the side we got Optimus Prime. On the back, again, Fall of Cybertron Optimus Prime. Confronted with the inevitable decline of his homeworld into a long period of frozen, powerless hibernation, Optimus Prime faces a terrible choice: stay and fight to the finish, only to fall into stasis along with his world. I added with in there, just in case. Or evacuate and hope the Decepticons pursue him into space so that the planet has time to heal. So that's what it says, basically. I can't read, so I'm terrible. Bit of photos of the figure there. Now, you can see he does not look, if you can see, because there's no light now. Can't get. There we go. You look at him there. He does not look like that in the package. So that's Takara and Hasbro's way of making them look better than they are. I think the Takara version, the Takara Tomy, will look a lot better, but hey, I'm probably going to paint this guy up anyway. There's his little strength chart thing. Ion cannon included, Cybertronian truck mode, and another Autobot symbol there. Anyway, that's Optimus, and I'm going to get him open, and we'll be back and we'll have a look at the figure itself. Okay guys, so we've got Optimus out of his packaging, and I've obviously put him in vehicle mode to start off with. And as you can see, it's a little Cybertronian truck. Got a gun on his tray there. But yeah, Cybertronian truck, rolling fist, very cool. I don't mind the look of this. Again, it's reasonably small, but cool nonetheless. Painted wheels, very cool. Nice vibrant blue, little sort of muted red on there. Autobot symbols on both sides, cool. Paint there. It's a shame this grey here isn't painted, but that's an easy fix. Black on the windows, and that's about it. Not too much kill, you can see the hands there. But that is Prime. Now, transformation. Bring the camera up so you can see a little bit. And first off, we're going to just unpeg this back section here. And then we're going to unfold all of that. And then the feet will just slot back like so. Now, there's like a little hinge back there. Hold in, and it will lock into place. And just split the legs. Now, come up here. We're going to straighten out the body. Then we're going to unpeg this bumper section here and the arms off there, and that bumper section will just fold up like that. Fold out your arms, whoops, sorry, the other way around, that way. Fold out your arms and rotate them around. And now what you're going to do is actually lift this shoulder section up, and that will do an auto reveal on his head. And then you just fold that flap back there. That will just fold in like so. Position his arms how you wish. And you want to get these little smokestacks and rotate them back like that. That's up to you. That's how it has it in the instructions. So, and these, they just sit there like that over that little panel there. Alright, so that's just where his bumpers sit. So there we have Fall of Cybertron Optimus Prime, and he has a ankle tilt, so we can have him positioned like so. And there you go. There is, as I said, Fall of Cybertron Optimus Prime. Now, he comes with his gun that I pulled off before. That, oh, look what I forgot to do. You got to rotate his hands around. Sorry about that, guys and girls and whoever else is watching. Gun, you can peg it into his hand, obviously, and then he has his gun. So that's cool. You can use the other peg if you want, but that's more for the vehicle mode. So it looks a bit weird that way. You peg it into his arm for some reason, and that's it. So on the back here, he's also got a peg here, so you can plug that into his back and just have it hanging out there if you wanted. It will not really sit any other way. So anyway, that's his gun. You can peg into his leg. You can have a leg gun. So let's have a look at the finer details of this guy. Now, head sculpt, pretty game accurate. I don't mind it too much. Again, pretty much all your paint apps and that are carried over. On the legs you can see a bit more. As for articulation, you've got a ball jointed head, quite emotive. We've got a full range of movement on the shoulder. In and out is a little bit limited due to the size and placement of them. Get a bicep swivel, nice solid elbow, will go all the way up, and you've got a wrist rotation. And now, this guy is fairly articulated. You've got a waist on a ball joint, so you can actually look up with his giant chest, and it will swivel as well. As I said, that's like a stemmed ball joint. On the hips, we've got a ball joint all over the place and a thigh swivel. A very, very articulated knee due to transformation, which is cool. And we've got a ball jointed ankle. So posing this guy is very, very easy. Alright, now let's have a look at a size comparison just to give the naysayers something to talk about. Okay, there's Prime with Classics Rodimus, or Hot Rod, or whatever the hell you want to call him. He's from this colour scheme from the 2-pack Battle in Space. But anyway, they are virtually the same size, so let's face it, they haven't got that much smaller. This is from years ago, and this has come out this year, so they're pretty much close in mass altogether, right? Now, I just wanted to cover that because that annoys me that, oh, they're getting smaller. They're not getting that much smaller, are they? We weren't complaining when that came out. Huh? And just for another example, and there is with Generation Thunderwing. So, again, besides the wing mass on there, they are a similar size figure. And I'll show you one more example in a second. But again, he's not that much smaller, guys. Really. The vehicle mode does look very small, I will agree. But in general, he is pretty much the same size. And for one more, we'll bring in his counterpart. Now there he is with the War for Cybertron Prime. Now, obviously, he is a lot bigger than him. But at the same time, this guy isn't that much smaller than him. So, well, he's a little bit smaller, but I mean, it's apples and oranges as far as I'm concerned. As I showed you, with two figures that came out a couple of years ago, he's pretty much the same sort of size. He just kind of looks small. But this whole thing of a scout, definitely not. He's not a scout size. I think this Prime was just a big figure, plain and simple. Anyway, enough of that ranting. We'll get them out of the way, and we'll show you how to transform him back into his vehicle mode. Alright guys, to turn him back into his vehicle mode, first of all we're going to rotate these hands around, because we're not going to forget it this time. Rotate the hands around. Good. Now, get his head, and we're going to push the head down like so. Fold this flap over. Get the arms, fold those stacks out like that. I'm going to rotate the arm around. Rotate the other arm around. And they're going to come, you're actually going to bend this elbow as far as you can. Come forward and peg that into the body. And just rotate that up around like so. And again, I'm going to bring this forward. I'm going to bend that elbow all the way in. And there's a slot there that you can see, and a peg that's going to peg together like so. And we're going to rotate this out, and they're going to peg together in front of the body there, and then they just push in like that into the front of his arms. Okay, so that is the main part of the cab. So you can have him in some weird little mech mode if you want. Anyway, we won't do that. Now, next thing, we're going to bring these feedums up, and they just sit on top like that, so they unclick, sit on top like that. Pegs there, and peg them together. We're going to rotate this whole leg section over onto itself, and try not to unpeg it while you're doing it, like that. And this whole thing, that waist joint I showed you, that unpegs easy, just be careful. That waist joint I showed you before, use that. And then in here, you got some little holes and some little grey pegs. And that's all going to peg together. And there we are. And I just unpegged that. So, when you're putting pressure on places, that can happen, guys, just like any transformer. But there he is, back in his vehicle mode. And again, you can get the gun and peg that on top like that if you wish. Easy. And just for a quick size comparison in vehicle mode, as I said, he definitely is smaller in vehicle mode. There's your Rodimus again, and here is Prime. So he is a bit shorter. Bulk, he's probably similar, but same. Actually, he's a bit wider. But as you can see, he's just a bit shorter. So yes, vehicle mode, he is, because he folds up on himself so well, he does look a lot smaller. So there's just an example of him in his vehicle mode. Alrighty guys, thanks for watching. Again, that was a video review of the Transformers Generations line Fall of Cybertron Optimus Prime. I definitely like the figure. He's lacking some paint apps. The vehicle mode is kind of small, but again, like I just said, he folds down very snugly, so it's not really a true showing of how big he is. So in Deluxe, as Deluxe Stand, he's as tall as many others that have been coming out before. As I said before, I think it's just the previous line made, like the movie Deluxes and that, made him look a lot smaller than he is. Definitely not a scout. I recommend him for sure. Needs more paint, yes, so if that bothers you, maybe go for the Takara version when it comes out, but if not, definitely a good substitute. Alright guys, again, thanks for watching. As usual, follow me on Twitter, like my Facebook page, check out my other vids, check out my contests, and thanks for watching guys. Matrix Prime, you, me, bye.
You got the touch. You got the power.